What's up, everybody? Welcome to our live stream here on lichess and Twitch. I'm International Master William Paschall. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Just writing down a note for myself. Weird Wednesday it is. Morning Astrobate, everybody. Was a rough night last night. I only slept half the night, of course. So we'll see what happens, but still staying optimistic. We're staying optimistic. I think there's still a good chance that justice and democracy will prevail, but we'll have to be patient and hopeful. All right, Astrobate voted for Kanye West, is what I heard. That's not cool, Astrobate. He claims he voted for Kanye in Nevada, where they're still counting the votes. What's up, guys? All right, so Weird Wednesday, unusual opening stream. I guess we're going to do the usual thing here today. Elon Musk. Well, obviously he would be a better president than the one we have. At least Elon Musk knows how to run a company, I guess. More than some people. Arsenal fan challenged me to... I was going to say Chestnut 60. I'm so used to Troll being here challenging me to Chestnut 60. Would you rather have a successful businessman, even if he's a jerk, or a failed businessman who's a jerk? You know, I mean, it's like, I'll take the successful one. Arsenal fan. Originally, let's see. No, that's a problem, though. Maybe Elon Musk can't be the president of the United States because he was born in South Africa. He wasn't a natural-born citizen. I need an energy drink. I'm getting my energy drink now. It's called coffee. What's up, guys? It's been a while since I had to go to the... Troll obviously gave up on my protest against Chess 960. I'm going to go get a innocent victim to warm up on. You're a tea drinker. That was weird when I stayed in Hastings and they used to serve tea for breakfast. The coffee wasn't great because not that many people drank coffee, so I got used to the tea at breakfast, though. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Get used to it. It's kind of a weird sensation. It's tea time. All right. Let's get started. What do we got? Play. Create a game. I am sludgy. Those are my correspondence games. Play. What is this? Play correspondence. Lobby. Quick pairing. Lobby. Troll and Roll is back. He challenged me to normal chess. This must hurt him to challenge me to normal chess. Alright. Morales first, who's a subscriber, and then Troll. Troll is a non-subscriber. Tea and beer. In Chinese restaurants in Boston, if you go late at night, you used to be able to order cold tea, which is the same as beer. They taste very similar. Strangely, have a very similar taste, the cold tea and beer. Alright, subscriber challenges first. The gym. So I'm playing mostly English now. I got bored of knight f3. I'm trying to get good at playing c4 again. No, man, Jim, you're right. You're not right. Nobody lost Pennsylvania. There's like a huge amount of all the early votes haven't been counted yet. There's a lot of misconceptions about what's going on. The 3 states, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan, all have massive amounts of early voting that haven't been counted yet. And Biden is a massive favorite with the mail-in votes. So it is surprising how far Biden is behind in the vote count in Pennsylvania. It's very disturbing, but it's definitely not out of the bounds of reality that Biden can pull it out, even though he's behind by quite a bit. It's surprising by how much. This is a relatively unusual variation I've had some trouble against. Yeah, no, nothing's been finalized. Like North Carolina and Georgia aren't final, but Trump will probably win. But those three states you can't count for days, probably. You're going to see the vote counts in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin evolve. I mean, this was well known before the election that we may have to really not take the results seriously until we see much, much closer to 100% of the votes. I mean, these were toss-ups like Florida and Georgia. But nothing is surprising completely here in U.S. election results. It's disappointing, but definitely a scenario that many people were prepared for. But it's very possible if you look at like Minnesota, if Trump can get the kind of percentage amongst the early mail-in votes that he got in Minnesota, in those other neighboring states like Michigan and Wisconsin, he only needs to win like 2 out of 3. So he could even lose Pennsylvania and win Wisconsin and Michigan and get the presidency. That was one scenario that was playing out online weeks ago. Very unusual scenario where Biden actually loses Pennsylvania but can still win the election. He just has to win Wisconsin and Michigan. 2 out of those 3 that are left will determine. Whoever wins 2 out of those 3, that's all it comes down to. It's disappointing that our country is in the state it is. I mean, it's crazy. You couldn't have a worse president. That I can't imagine a worse president, how it would be possible. So the people would basically support him no matter what he did or how badly unqualified he is. It's shocking, and yeah, it's really a sad day. No matter what happens, even if Biden wins, it's very discouraging. I never expected it to be that close. And again, all the polls were way too optimistic. So Morales here playing a similar line to... Yeah, I couldn't believe it, honestly. Similar line to last time when I lost against him. He's the positional master. Not quite as good as his last time out. But damn close. We want Biden winning, Arsenal fan, but it's discouraging how close it is. The close to 50% of the American population likes Donald Trump. That's kind of frightening. After all that he's done, all the crazy stuff, and he still either wins or almost wins the election. It's a sad commentary. I love like going to the BBC, Arsenal fan, and seeing all the commentaries from people in the UK. They're really keen on following our election. But I mean, I just think to myself, hey, Boris Johnson is your leader, so you can't really criticize us too much. They like to make fun of the Americans. Then it's like, look in the mirror and see who the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is, and I feel a little better. I mean, I'm embarrassed of Trump. But man, the UK has also got this completely unqualified guy as the leader of their country as well. It's popular to have a wildly unqualified idiot as your leader. In fact, most countries in the world seem to follow this pattern. Either completely unqualified or totally corrupt for some reason. Boris Johnson can't even buckle his belt or whatever. I mean, everyday stuff. Yeah, he is a caricature though. Caricature. So what are we doing here? We're coming back like Joe Biden. I would be the first to admit he's better than Donald Trump, but still it's not pretty. Yeah. He has his own hair. No, Boris isn't that bad. It's not good though. That's what I think to myself when any of the British people make commentary. I'm like, well, you've got Boris Johnson, so you got no room to talk. Only mildly better than Donald Trump. But anyway, still, it'll be playing out for days, so I'm gonna try to withstand the tension. Morales is attacking here, but we can trade off his active rook. That looks like a good start. Check in the dark. He is kind of Nimzovichian with this thing. Man, Obama is still popular. I don't understand why none of his popularity carries over. He's like the most liked American political person. I was thinking, like, even on like websites and chat forums, it seems like the trolls don't even bother to attack Obama as much as other targets because he's so popular. All right. This managed to work out. His knight is remaining silent on c6, the silent spectator. We have a pawn on e3 against the knight on c6. My bishop has a little range, though. I was always like toying with bishop h6 here. Obama could have ran. What are you talking about, Asterbate? Maybe in the Donald Trump world, where you can have like 3 terms, because you can do a do-over. I grew up when Carter was president. He was very unpopular. We had like oil crisis and stuff. But he's a good humanitarian, you know? If you're talking about it in terms of being a good human being, I mean, that's no longer a criteria for being president of the United States, obviously. How about d5? Since when is being a good human being criteria for being a leader? J.K. Linney just subscribed. Welcome. We got challenges from Troll in a Roll and J.K. Jaclini. They can run 3 turns as long as at least 1 turn separates. Asterbate. What are you talking about? I've never known Asterbate to be wrong about something, but I'm thinking that you're drinking the Kool-Aid. That's like the Theodore Roosevelt system. I'm pretty sure you can only have 2 turns astrobate. I don't know why I would play Queen F3 rather than say Queen F2. They're both good, I guess. Correct. Astrobate failed his civics class. He was doing auto repair instead of civics in high school. But that's cool, man. We respect it, and now you have a lifelong skill you can use. How do I finish him off? You gotta draw 1 versus 1 Blitz game? 1-on-1. I was like, what, level 1? What? I didn't understand what Arsenal was writing there. It's good to have Arsenal back. Alright, guys. It's surprisingly how difficult it is to finish him off here. What was my original plan? Bishop f6? Bishop on d4 is tremendous. He's gonna survive. Oh, this looks like a DK guy mate. DK guy mate got against me one time. There's some nasty threats. Knight f7, rook g6, pawn g6, rook f7. Oh no. Rook takes g6 check, pawn takes, rook takes f7, crunch. Oof. Yeah, that's unanswerable. Yeah, this is a game from long ago. I got lucky against DK guy yesterday. We had too much space. But I think the opening goes to Morales. Man, this move is starting to kind of annoy me. Knight c6 and bishop b4. Another problem may be that I should just... I guess at the end of the day I should just play g3 here. But you'll still do that bishop e4 thing. I was having a discussion on the English opening this week with one of my students, and he was saying how maybe it's better to play g3. But I mean, if I play g3, you can play the Grand Prix now, your favorite system. So it's not that clear. This knight c6, knight f3, bishop e4, interesting. This was, look at this, one game by Gudjuski in 2019. Like, why are there so few games with this? Knight d5. I've tried this before, but I've never been really happy with my results. You can play all sorts of different moves here. a5, bishop c5, bishop e7. They all look reasonable for black. This variation is probably nothing for me, though. Not particularly great. What does it remind me of? You know, it might be a transposition to, I was thinking this line, c4, e5, knight c3, knight c6, knight f3, knight f6, d4, e4. Knight d2. Bishop e4, e3. Are we transposing? Bishop takes c3, b takes c. But your knight's on f6. Was that the game? Not until later. Botvinnik played this with white. I don't remember who it was against. Another game in 100 selected games. But this is different. I played d4. Yeah, this is a better version. Anyway, interesting game. Alright, so JK Linney, Arsenal fan. And then we'll take the non-subscribers. I get white every game again? Alright, I'm going to stop playing c4 every game. It gets a little boring for the viewers, I think, if I play the same thing every single time. I want to give you guys the chance to see different openings. I'm supposed to be playing weird openings. I thought it was Weird Wednesday because of the election. Alright, we're focused now. Weird Wednesday. It is weird, but it's Weird Openings Wednesday. So let's do the knight a3. I think a cool move for black there, if you like the fianchetto, is to do g6 right away. I'll move 2. So what's up? Asterbait he's been infiltrated by the fake news media. They think that he's in worse physical condition than Donald Trump, who can't walk down a flight of stairs or pick up a glass of water with one hand. I think they've really invaded Asterbait. Have you met with any Kool-Aid promoters lately? I know. I have like a bad night's sleep, and I'm like dyslexic, Asterbait, and I'm only like 39. I think a lot of people think that all kinds of conspiracy theories. Joe Biden has been diagnosed with dementia and like absurd stuff. There's all kinds of conspiracy theories out there. D5 right away. Fearless. I would say fearless into the pin with no fear for this pin. Maybe he's right. Ronald Reagan had dementia when he was president, and they never removed him from office. What do I do? Queen a4 or something? There's a lot of forms of dementia that you can't diagnose till after someone is like, dead. You can't prove that someone has Alzheimer's until you do like a autopsy on their brain or something. But this is like fake news stuff, you know. So he forgot somebody's name or something. I do that all the time. I'm like almost half his age. If I'm a little bit tired, it's totally normal if you're like middle aged to forget stuff. If you have lack of sleep, for example, you can. And like Arsenal fan, a little drunk. Maybe we're slurring our speech. Trump is on all kinds of medication. He probably takes Adderall. Alright. He does act like he's kind of on drugs. You made a friend who's mutual acquaintance. General MacArthur. No, absolutely Arsenal fan. Yeah, he's streaming too. He's visited my stream. The chess coach from New York, New Jersey area. My old locale. Long ago. So what are we going to do here? Giving up my white square bishop can be dangerous. But let's say we do that. My white squares would be weak. If I ever trade my white square bishop off, my knight on a3 is bad. This is not easy to play. I don't know, Astrobate. I think you were solid with your vote for Kanye West. Seems like you're in the right place. Absolutely. Do the right thing, man. Kanye is the only person on the planet less qualified than Donald Trump to be president of the United States. You know how to pick him. Queen a4, e6. Well, alright. I don't know. Pawn takes d5, e takes d5, queen, c6 check. What if I just get materialistic? In my last game yesterday, I was really materialistic. We gotta stop the... He's really become a troll. I guess he's pissed about the chess 960 thing. Whatever. You know, it's odd. I don't think I met John in New Jersey. I think I met him in Boston the first time. He came up to some chess club when I had already moved away. White squares. My problem here on the white squares, this bishop could become very strong. If it could get on a diagonal, this knight is also an issue. Very hard to get it back in the game. And even c2, its only available square is rather limiting. So I think that black looks pretty solid here. That was my idea, Astrobate. Keep it in the family. Trying to shore up the white squares. It's hard today. I'm running on half a night's sleep, but I didn't want to cancel the stream. It was my idea. I just remember the Wheaties box when Bruce Jenner. I remember being in this. I still have this very distinct memory of being in the supermarket and being in the cereal aisle of the supermarket. I swear to God, I was like 5 years old or 6 years old, and I was in the supermarket with my mom, and all the cereals in the cereal aisle were there, and there was like Bruce Jenner on the Wheaties box. I can see it like it was yesterday. That memory sticks in my mind. He was on the cereal box when I was a little kid. Just Bruce's seem to have a unique. I don't know. Maybe. Bishop d7. Solid game by black here. Those two bishops. I want to keep this one locked up like Hillary Clinton. It's so ridiculous. Can't believe how stupid Donald Trump is. He's like claiming he won the presidential election. Like, they haven't even counted all the votes yet in 5+ states, and you're claiming you won the presidential election. Chanting lock him up for your opponent for no reason. I'm just embarrassed to be an American. Living in a foreign country, you know, being an American citizen. I used to be proud, now I'm ashamed. Both frightened and ashamed, Antonio. Yeah, I'm both. Man, J.K. Linney playing this really well. Patient. Hard for me to get any pieces in the game. My queen is sort of awkward. What if I try to hit the pawn on c5? Maybe that's the missing link here. I can try to put pressure on c5 somehow. What? You gave me that? He didn't want to try to fight for it. Yeah, Jim, but look how long it took for that to happen. Could I have taken? I guess I could have taken on e7. But at least you guys are going in the right direction. It's like my entire country became like a cult or something. Half of my country is a cult. He played a good game, but he fell apart in the time situation. Wait. Let's just go here, all right. Nah, you just have to recapture. Panic mode. He didn't recapture on F8, he just forgot to recapture. So I think he played a pretty good game until the time pressure set in, and honestly, when I played Bishop E3, I started to feel like maybe I have something here. Wow, even there the computer finds C4. And you're alright. Because this is a big threat. Black playing maybe C5. Obviously this is bad. His bishop gets good. But I thought you played well. And I'm stuck because if I try to play something like C4, I would shut down one of your bishops at the cost of making the other one really, really strong. So it's very tedious position in this knight A3. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll see some games if we look at the opening explorer. Knight A3, knight C6, bishop B5, G6, C3. Wow, D5 is a new move. I figured that had probably been tried before. Certainly seems reasonable. Novelty, perhaps. No fear on the diagonal. Nothing special for white. No, I thought you did a good job to be in that game. Equal more or less till the time problem. Alright, Arsenal fan. Jim, those guys are subscribers. Alright, let's see. What do you got in the Scandinavian with knight h6? I had this in a rapid game against Savely Golubov. Now the other day I had this position here on the stream and I played queen takes d5. Or not, no. I played g6. This is dubious, of course. But it's fun. And this is as silly as I get in crazy terms with crazy openings. Arsenal fan, that's a move that looks familiar to me. Did Zen Chess or somebody have a similar game against me? Bishop f4, interesting. So now it's like a kind of Scandinavian for real. It would be like, you didn't play knight c3. Ooh. Oof. Just when we were expecting it. Okay, he can play like c3 or something safe. Better safe than sorry. I don't know, guys. It was a long night. I couldn't sleep watching the election results. We're a little short of energy. So now c4. But I could play queen e4 here and actually try to take his pawn. It may not be a question of could, but should and need to. Maybe I have to go for that. I managed to sleep until like 4 in the morning, and then I had to like check what happened, and so I slept probably 3 or 4 hours. So it's tough. I don't like missing my sleep. But we can just be stressed about it for days. It's crazy, the whole system where Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan can have days to figure out their election, whereas the other states are completely done in one day. It doesn't make sense. In the 21st century, it's like ridiculous. But that's the thing about the United States of America. All the states are allowed to have their own laws. I mean, that's the fundamental reason why we're not under the rule of Queen Elizabeth anymore. We can't agree on anything, let alone an election rule. But I am concerned about the numbers. If you think about it, the numbers in Pennsylvania are really way more for Trump than anyone expected. I mean, come on. Hillary was like hated by a lot of people. Biden should have done better. It's surprising. It's his home state. He was born there, you know. That's why I advocated Biden as a candidate, because I thought he would have the best shot at winning Pennsylvania. And it still may happen, you know. I think it still may happen. But to be even close is really messed up. And I come from that region. I mean, my family came from that region. I know a lot about the region. I live very nearby. Pennsylvania. Virginia, Wisconsin's massive flip. Wisconsin, what's up with Wisconsin? Oh, he was down 130,000 votes, but he's not anymore? He's up 10K now? Well, imagine, like, dude, Wisconsin is like on the border of Illinois. I mean, Chicago's one of the biggest cities in the world. It's like, especially biggest cities in the United States. Yeah. Wisconsin is the one, though, that is the most encouraging. But he needs 2 out of 3. I was feeling okay about Wisconsin, but I'm very concerned about Michigan and Pennsylvania. Why should Wisconsin be so brutally different than Michigan? That's a question you can ask. But again, maybe Michigan is more isolated. You've got Detroit. It depends on when the votes are being counted and stuff. Hopefully Pennsylvania wouldn't even matter, you know. But that's what I expected 6 months ago during the Democratic primary. I thought if it comes down to Pennsylvania, then Biden is the reason why we have to go with Biden. It's like a no-brainer. If it's going to come down to a battleground in Pennsylvania, then you want Joe Biden to be the nominee. What's up, JCS? I don't know, man. There are Republicans and then there are people who are in the Trump cult. I'm not sure it's necessarily the same thing. So Wayne County, Michigan, only 60% reported. I mean, obviously Detroit means everything. Places where they have huge amounts of mail-in ballots and stuff to count. We've got bishop pair. I'm getting more materialistic lately, but I don't want that pawn like messing with me and coming to b4. You hate politics? I'm really just disappointed about the Senate elections. I can't understand how Maine can vote for Joe Biden, but elect Susan Collins as a state senator. Because she's like independent or whatever. That the pawn was important. Rest his soul. But Arsenal's dangerous. Now, he's starting to fade pretty hard here. Those two bishops are not nice. Yeah, definitely, Nero. I mean, the numbers in Pennsylvania are kind of disturbing, but I could sack my queen. Very solid position after bishop d5, bishop c6. But that's kind of rolling the dice here. My intention was to play queen a6. But Arsenal doing a good job, man. You managed to hold this together. You got knight takes e6, picking off my b pawn. It looks like I have to play queen a6 and like give up the... Man, give up that pawn. Pawn takes. This is sick. This is not what I prepared myself for. You don't think Georgia's done yet? Wow. Can I play b6? It's too slow. I gotta watch out for tactics here too. President wants to be president. He didn't win an election at all, man. That's not happening. Good morning, guys. What's up? The New York Times needle is actually favoring Biden. New York Times drives me crazy. Like, I can't read anything without subscribing to it. You'd think like they would make the news on election day free for the sake of democracy. Just for one day, let me read the New York Times for free. But it's the only day I would subscribe. So what's up, bishop d8? I don't like how close you are to my king here. Looks like Arsenal's got enough counterplay to potentially hang on. Can somebody pass the Kool-Aid? Wow, another back rank threat. Bishop d4, rook b8. The other rook b8. Man. Arsenal's managed to make sure all of his stuff is protected. New York Times election coverage is free, but not, I don't know, on my mobile phone I tried to click on an article. I guess some part of their election coverage. But when I tried to click on some kind of related article, they were trying to like get me to give them my email address. And they wouldn't let me read anymore. Damn. Bishop d8. I have no threats. The annoying account creation prompt. I think I tried to do that once and it didn't help. And I just gave up. They just like kept asking for it. Rook b1. Obviously. Now he has to be very careful. Dude, don't... Crazy Knight, alright. Dude, you can't... Crazy Knight, are you new here? You can't do that. You can't give away my blunders. That's not right. No spoilers, Crazy Knight. You didn't. You're like, that doesn't work? And you're not talking about my move? The instant after I played Rook b1? Okay. Justin Schieber. It's possible. Well, it was a creative end to the game. But I just hung a rook with Rook b1. And it was a psychological meltdown. He played g3. Just take it. And then Queen c1 check, Rook d1. Mutual hallucination. But I was like, oh my god. I don't need to see that. That doesn't work. Like, I don't know if you meant it for that, but it's a big coincidence that I didn't need to see. Yeah, I mean, it's some sort of weird hallucination. I thought I have queen c1 and he can't retract his rook. But I think Arsenal did a good job defending. Like, he was really holding. I don't see how I can win this game. Here's where I spent the most time after move 24. I just don't have enough to win. It's just not enough. Now it's equal material. It's only a draw. Alright, it's all for fun. Anyway. Jim. Dracofire, thanks for joining us. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for being here, JCS. Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee's county, Dauphin County, Harrisburg, voted for Joe Biden, so he can hold his head up high. Mr. Coffee doesn't have to be ashamed to come to the stream. Alright, what do we got? Probably Mr. Coffee's vote isn't even counted yet. So, what are we going to do? The bird is the word. J.K. Linney, get some rest. Green Bay, Wisconsin. Because the machine ran out of ink, then the Wisconsin Election Commission confirmed the machines don't actually use ink. You'd think a reporter would know about ink. Right? They have some understanding of ink. But I'm afraid, I mean, the question is, what are the deadlines for the voting? Like, all the states are different. Isn't one state, like, till November 12th or something? Isn't it Wisconsin that could technically go until... that could technically still count the votes till November 12th? Legally, one has a deadline till November 12th. I don't remember which state it is. Trump would say he won no matter what. Yeah, I mean, it's like nobody's surprised by that. One state has mail-in voting till really late day. But, I mean, we should know for the most part. A few overseas votes probably aren't gonna make a difference. Though you never know, it could be that close. It could actually get that close. That is a possible scenario where it's like literally down to one state, 1% of the vote, like it was in Florida in 2000. Totally feasible situation. We got the Bogo Indian here. My bishop's on b5, just sort of hanging out there. Yeah, exactly. The same thing as Bush versus Gore. At the time, I didn't care that much. Now it's really important. I wasn't that into the situation. I remember in 2000, but I wasn't personally invested as much. Can't believe that was 20 years ago. I was living in Massachusetts. Castle. Queenie 1, maybe. Alright. This is a little bit like game I had in my simul on Sunday with Yevgeny. Is that a new breaking news, JCS? Trump's false victories? Or are you just being like facetious? I mean, as far as I know, Pennsylvania's like taking a break until 10 a.m. in some counties, like Pittsburgh, with counting the votes. If they stop counting votes in Pennsylvania until 10 a.m. in Pittsburgh, that would be like 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. here or something. Yeah, that's not until like 4 o'clock my afternoon time. Yeah, he did claim victory. He claimed victory before the election even started. Probably. It should be an interesting week, and it's just getting started. Hopefully we'll know by the weekend, anyway, without a big scandal. Yeah, I don't feel for this position. I don't feel for this position a lot. Jim, you're just too good, man. You think white's still better? I'm not convinced. I think it's equal. And I think it's easy to like screw up white's position as well. The knight h5 seems a little odd. It's probably fine. You know, knight e8 is possible, or knight d7. What happens if I play g4 here? Do I just like weaken my king side for no good reason? You know, another move like Aronian would play like bishop e8 probably, or something like that. Very, very solid. You can keep your bishop for later. I'm just not sure about knight h5. Because I can play g4. Oh man, he's getting excited about the clock. You should have seen the game I lost against Schieberspieler, you saw that yesterday or not? Arsenal fan encouraging me to weaken my king side. Look at Jim with the bishop on f6 and the knight on g7. I mean, that's a bit weird. He's got this ridiculous time advantage. You know, my game against Schieberspieler was all okay until everything was fine until I blundered the tactic bishop takes g5. 19 moves or something. Was perfectly okay. You got to get him in an unclear situation and try to mess him up tactically. Because, like, positionally, he's too good. Too solid, too correct. What about knight h6 check? Knight g4 or something. What? Why the heck would he play pawn takes c6? Wow, that's weird. He saw something wrong with rook takes? I feel like I'm playing one of Jim's opening against him. Oh, Schieberspieler's here. He heard you talking about him. Talking trash again. Oh my god, my queen side. Why didn't I just play a4 there? Stop rushing me. FM daddy strength. Fixed his pawns. He's making me play bad moves because I'm concerned about losing on time. I weakened my own position, or worsened my own position, by fixing his pawns. No idea what I'm doing. My god. Oh, I didn't realize I was just winning. Okay, I won a pawn. I thought he had a move there. I was double attacking. Still, there's chances. Seize it. Good D again. I'm up a pawn. The best I could get. That's not good. He's still holding on. Wow. Not a pleasant situation. Still don't have to resign. He resigned prematurely. I mean, king g8, f5, I guess. Still not completely over. f5 is pretty strong. We are winning, but it's only one pawn momentarily, so it does look pretty strong. That was tough, though. You had a 3-minute time edge. That was nasty. But I didn't understand, why did you play pawn takes c6? Bishop takes c6. Sorry, knight takes c6. The computer likes it too. Like equally as good as rook takes, but what's wrong with rook takes? I don't really see the reason not to play rook takes. That's weird. I thought it was a completely equal position. Though I've moved my pawn up in front of my king, and there's not that many pieces to attack with. You know, I could easily screw up and lose. Bone atrophy, Dracofire. Welcome, guys. But I mean, pawn takes is going to put you in a difficult situation in positions where it's like knight endgame, when you have that bad structure. I would be very hesitant to play that. There's a high likelihood we're going to play something like what happened, like a rook and knight endgame. I mean, you're lucky that I let you trade off that doubled pawn in time pressure. But I would be very concerned about that. All right. Let's try e4. Guys, thanks for watching and subscribing. All right, I want to play interesting stuff. The Grand Prix attack. This is unusual for me. I mean, I never play like f4. It's not a great move, but maybe for fun. We'll try something different. What about something different here? The big clamp, like c3, c3, d3, all that. If we play c3, then maybe JK lineage d5 again. Larson played this with white. I guess you play d3 and then c3. The pawn bubble. I call it the car. It's like an 80s sedan pawn structure. After g3. This is a roof. Typical closed Sicilian structure. But I mean, black should have some good counterplay. I would think playing black often, I would aim for b5, b4, trying to open the long diagonal. You played me a few times as Simul's on alt account. I did not figure out what alt account you were. Though, maybe retroactively I could figure it out. Was there any Benoni? That's the most distinctive opening for me that you play. Did you try to play the Sveshnikov again? I would only think of those things. Later on I could try a pawn sacrifice based on f5, but it looks kind of early here. Then again, e5 looks early. Wow. Yeah, I mean, can I take over the center? Fe, knight takes, d4. Huh. This is interesting. Should I trade knights on e5? Play something like g3 to follow up and be threatening d4? Or should I just continue my development with like bishop e2? It's also interesting to do like d4, knight takes f3, g takes f3. You could even try to sacrifice a pawn, but I don't know if I believe in that. d4, so d4, cd, cd, knight takes f3, queen f3, bishop d4, bishop c4, something. That looks a bit over the top. You like bishop e3? Yeah, I might have to stop those simul guessing games. Last simul was the worst. I was just wasting too much time trying to guess who's who. Wasting all my time trying to guess who's who. Man, I don't know. I like this. But some people like Astrobate started to really, even when when Astrobate starts to change his openings to try to trick you. I want a clue. Merle Dixon. Yeah, clues are fun, Astrobate. I mean, Arsenal, sorry. What do you got for me? Yeah. Merle was like too computer-like. JCS was asking why he wasn't around. A pun on a former world champion. Now I don't remember. You played me more than one game? Now I can't remember all the names. I think I have dementia. I know I do. I mean, I must. This actually looks fine for black. Wow. Just not even defending the c5 pawn. That's crazy. 10 games? Okay, I'm taking. In pawns we trust. No, I can't. Let me think about it for a while, Arsenal. I had a bad night last night. Not much sleep. My dementia is really kicking in. I can't even remember my own name right now. But I'll try to guess it. Black's played this really well. It's a neat idea, but maybe he's gone too far. is holding on to that pawn ultimately leading to trouble for black? Or is he completely justified in his pawn sacrifice? I shouldn't even be playing today. I'm like exhausted. But we're doing alright. Catalan Slavs. A lot of instances lately where I'm hanging on to material the last 2 days. Yesterday's last round in our tournament, I was lost against NM Sloan immediately when I got greedy and tried to win a pawn. I was losing in one move, and neither of us saw it. Materialism is bad for you. Never ever give up the initiative for material. It's just usually the other way around is better, unless you have no other choice as to how to play for a win. Great game by Bone Atrophy. Dynamic. Damn. Okay, here I can take and play like knight c4 maybe. Of course he can play queen takes or pawn takes. Pawn takes is also compensation for pawn. My pawn in e4 is hugely weak. My biggest issue. King in the center, we gotta get out of here. Queen takes knight c4. Actually looks pretty good for white. So simply pawn takes, and black is probably doing okay. Yeah, I'll try to figure that out, Astrobate. I mean, Arsenal C. Now there's Astrobate and Arsenal again. And I have to be able to say who's who. Knight c4 first. Knight c4 first. Going for it. King to safety, 96. Game will be decided by time, it looks like. But I still think that black has reasonable compensation. You could try something like bishop c4, bishop c4, bishop e5. Yep, I was just thinking this, but still, I mean, for someone like Schieberspieler, this is probably dream position. Schieber, where are you? Bishop e5, rook f7. Does that work? Bishop e5, rook f7. Rook f7, queen d5, attacking everything. Interesting. He has counterplay. So why should I give up my bishop? We're impatient, that's why. Schieberspieler would tell you this is a winning position for white now. Superstar bishop. Queenside. Majority. Uh-oh. Not really happy about that. I just dropped all my pawns. What am I doing? Jeez. What? Wow. I just couldn't do it. I'm just not that fresh. I definitely didn't have a good night's sleep last night, but I'm not capable. Bishop takes f7 check. What? There's nothing here. There's something here. There's nothing here. Mate in 2. What are you talking about? Where was there a mate in 2? I had a mate in 2. I mean, I'm clearly better hung all of my pawns. Because he's so fast. Jesus. I didn't realize he was so fast. He's like Jim's training partner. I'm not in any condition to play bullet chess. So I sacked the exchange for no reason. I was just trying to find a quick move. This doesn't work at all. So what is Arsenal talking about? Mate in 2. Man. No. I mean, I'm lucky I'm like getting a draw here. Bishop a3 lost immediately. But I was down to like fractions of a second. Good game. Yeah. Alright, how much time? We have plenty of time left. I'm not in a condition to play bullet tonight. Today. Whatever. I couldn't sleep last night. It's like playing bullet with a senior citizen. I can't let it get down to that. Though 3 seconds increment is normally enough. I have deprivation. I definitely don't want to be like driving somewhere in my current condition. But good job playing tough. Generally a really tough game. I liked the pawn sacrifice in the opening. Then I got control and I had a winning position, but it required technique. But I thought the opening part you played really interestingly. Sacrificing a pawn was a cool way to play for the initiative. Not recapturing on d4, I thought was an exceptional move. Risky, you know. This cost me 380 channel points. It's good you found a good use for your channel points, Arsenal fan. I'm normally pretty solid in time pressure, but I'm feeling it today. At like 4 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't resist, like, checking the news, and I couldn't go back to sleep after that. I tried. I might have gone back to sleep for like an hour, but I am not. I feel like I pulled an all-nighter or something. This is generally considered good. Schieberspieler convincingly crushed in the Blitz yesterday with 9 out of 9. I can't blame that on. I can't blame my poor performance on sleep deprivation. I didn't do too badly. I had 7. Schieberspieler perfect score, and Aldisto was 3rd. I managed to draw lost positions against Aldisto and Sloan, although the Sloan game was not obvious that I was lost. I sort of faded toward the end, though. Starting with my game with Schieberspieler, and then the 2 draws where I was in very bad shape at some point. I played worse toward the end. Been working too much. And this election doesn't help. We need a vacation. Bishop g5. Black might regret not playing h6. Speaking of h6, but the damage has been done to black here structurally. He just has to suck it up and make a decision. I ban Troll. It doesn't have to be like a lifetime ban, but he knows how I feel about. He knows how I feel about trolling for Donald Trump. I mean, I don't take kindly to the Biden is senile. Whatever, man. I'm not in the mood for it. We're pending litigation on whether the troll ban is permanent or temporary. He's trying to challenge me again. It was a punitive ban, but he knows that I don't like that. Punitive political ban. Temporary. It's kind of like a timeout. It's like it's an irreversible timeout. Timed him out permanently. I'm just not in the mood to take any shit off anybody today. He's challenging me again, though. He's pretty durable. He probably has a second account, though. He is the gladdest troll, saddest troll. But he basically is like a Russian far-right troll. I can't have those like running around in my stream, you know, just spouting off MAGA slogans. He was quite unrepentant in his unban request. Yeah, I mean, the election is like live, and and Donald Trump's trying to take over the world, I'm supposed to let him run around practicing freedom of speech in my stream? Bishop f5. I just don't have the patience for it. Like, normally I could probably put up with it. But in my current state of sleep deprivation, it's just easier to ban him for the slightest infraction of the rules. Or non-infraction. I banned a guy the other day for claiming that Donald Trump was good for the economy. You might as well just like spam fake news, copy and paste over from Fox News, and put it in my stream. Contemplate the troll might be Bob. That's an interesting conspiracy theory. That's pretty far out there. That's very, very hard to believe. It's a fun idea, though. You get credit for a fun idea. What do I do? Trading queens. Man, Dragonfire is brilliant. Queen g5. I can play f4, but I'm very slowly weakening my position. But I mean, Troll can play good too, but they don't have any similarity, really. Very different style. Troll is a much more refined positional understanding. Bob's more of a natural self-taught player. I can't see a lot of resemblance. Black seems to have enough play here. Wow. This is like the obvious variation, and I spent 3 minutes on playing it, which is showing how tired I am. Seems like white is better, but I'm not so sure. Wow, bishop e4. This is pretty disturbing stuff here. What? Well, Chaos Legion says 24th season of lichess 45 begins on November 6th. Dragonfire's got the crazy speed. Equal material down a pawn and down a pawn. But he put me under maximum positional pressure. He didn't play this optimally. But a good try. Still, it's not clear. Bishop f1, I like that move. It's hard to believe my score here is a real thing. Dragonfire with the quickness. Wow. I should have played knight d4 first. Now we got it. Man, this was a great game by Black. To a degree. Now I can say that now that I'm winning. What a tense battle. And really, really close. Queen g5, man. This is a brilliant move. Carl Schlechter. Of course, we anticipated like queen d8. Sorry, what's the correct continuation? Queen g5, knight b6, pawn takes. This is really brilliant. Bishop f5, I should say. Not just queen g5 itself, but bishop f5 here. Not trading queens. Keeping the tension in this position. I thought this was really, really close. And I knew I'm making concession when I did this. Bishop e4 is brilliant. I could have played like maybe bishop f1 right away. Looks like I played best moves. I was proud of bishop f1, but it's not the best move. Wow. So I should just take on e4 and take on g5. Now he can take on f4, and he would have been fine. This is his only blunder move. What is it? 20. He just like gave me a pawn. Black played a great game. Take care, man. Good game. This is a really well played game by Black. Even though it looked funny, he's got enough dynamism to equalize. You know, bishop e4, bishop f5, all these moves. Just blunders with rook e7. Now I'm winning. Clearly better for white. Man, tough game. Princess Chess also a subscriber. I'll still take the challenge from Troll. And Kravnik. These guys are like pseudo subscribers. Friends of the stream. Nice to see Princess Chess. Alright. Weird openings Wednesday. Creepy. So what can we play here? sort of English. Yeah, if I had more time, I would do stuff like the 45 league. Now it's a reverse Sicilian. But strange considering Princess Chess plays the closed. Though she should play more open games. It's like a con Sicilian reversed. Blobix, good to see you. How are things in your democratic nation? Viva la France. Princess Chess sacrificing a pawn with e4. Yeah, c4 and a3 work well together. Yeah, Princess Chess does participate in chat. But it's very recent, not back in your day, JCS. Everything's changed. In the year since you disappeared and came back. All sorts of new characters here. A new cast of characters since your mod days, JCS. Man, I gotta get a new chair. This chair is just not comfortable. Bishop d3, Acerbate's favorite move. No, f5 or even g6. My queen is misplaced. But Blobix never plays anymore. I'm disappointed. He's been quiet. I miss playing against his Sveshnikov. My Sveshnikov training games with Blobix. I'll try to play as many of these remaining games as I can, but don't anybody else challenge me for today. That's the maximum games I can play. BG4. What would Kramnik do? Kramnik is money, man. I was so sad when he quit playing. That sucked. Yeah, it's suspicious. Bob must be busy, like, trolling election websites or something. You imagine that his Kramnik retired. Accurate. Kramnik was like brutally accurate, man. Clean. Knight g5, bishop g5, bishop g4. He's like an enhanced Schieberspieler. Like, seriously, what chess player has the best, like, center pawn loss? Aside from maybe, like, Magnus Carlsen. If you analyze all their games. Has anybody done a statistical analysis of the top players mathematically by cent upon loss? That would be interesting to see a breakdown. Which top grandmasters is like the most accurate? It's got to be Kramnik in the top 3 or 4. So many games where he makes like one inaccuracy at most. Capablanca played, Capablanca didn't play as sharp positions as Kramnik, though. You got to factor that in. If you compared them against each other, Kappa really liked to keep it simple. And Kramnik still played sharp stuff. Yeah, maybe some aliens consider Rapport to be accurate. Some alien civilizations. But that's another art in itself, playing like a maniac and being 2700. Different kind of skill. You got to give people like Rapport credit. That's something I'm not really good at, like creating complications and chaos intentionally. I mean, honestly, I never really tried. I guess Tal, to a certain degree, is famous for creating chaos on the board, but he didn't do it like constantly. Tal had a lot of boring games along with the exciting ones, if you think about it. You could see a game that was like Petrosian, totally Petrosian style. It might have been a Tal game, for all you know. But with Rapport or someone, it's almost like he's intentionally being as crazy as he can. So Princess Chess here, what are we doing? At some point, I'm gonna start doing something. Yeah, I mean, the thing was, I wanted to see a match with Kramnik and Carlsen really, really bad. The honest truth is that Carlsen hasn't really been well tested in match play. Caruana did a good job. Karyakin did a good job, but I mean, still not that many. So he's played like 2. The matches with the Anand were like non-starters. The Anand didn't even care. I was so glad when that stopped. Watching Carlsen play Anand was horrible. It was like hopeless. You might as well not even have the match. Karyakin did okay. But honestly, I thought like Kramnik would put up real resistance. It would be hard for Carlsen to beat Kramnik in a match. It would be the same thing as Caruana in that match. Like, he could beat him in the rapid tiebreak, but I'm not sure he would actually beat him in the real part of the match. Yeah, he's brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And I think he got better and better, honestly. Like, Kramnik in 2015 was better than Kramnik when he became world champion, in my opinion. It almost seemed like Kasparov just sort of handed him the title on a silver platter. But the last couple of years, I shouldn't say 2015, but I mean, like, what was it, 2017? When he was, like, number 2 in the world again, right before he quit. He was, like, incredible. The last great year when Kramnik was number 2 in the world, was it 2017? or 2016. I can't remember. But he was way better than anybody else except for Kramnik. I mean, except for Carlsen. All right, Troll in a Roll. Troll in a Roll is a Bernie supporter, so I had to temporarily ban him from the stream. Bernie, bro. I'm just too tired to play. Now Troll is not here. It's a performance art. What was Rook G8? Oh, Brilliancy in Berlin versus Aronian. Okay, Troll is here. Sorry about Bernie, man. If Bernie had run for president, he would have been done now. We would have already had an election result. That's for sure. Actually not. We'd still have to wait, but... The angry Bernie fans are almost worse than the Trump supporters. I'm not going to vote for a candidate because it's not Bernie. Bernie had his own cult. What is this Troll and Roll with E3? It's a hybrid between Queen C2 and E3. I'm sleep deprived, Princess Chess. I can't speak for everyone else. Alright, let's just castle and we'll wait developments here. I'm normally partial to kind of Nimzovichian setup. I'm supposed to be playing weird openings again, but I forgot. So this is not weird. This is a standard line. A standard style line. Yeah, I'm sorry for playing real chess. It's my sleep deprivation again. I can't remember what I was doing 5 minutes ago. For 10 minutes straight, I can't keep my mind focused. That's just too much to ask. We're alright, JCS. According to our statistics experts, democracy is still within grasp. Unfortunately, it looks like the Senate didn't go well. There's a good chance that Biden can win. I don't know about, civil wars and court battles and all that. H4 from Troll in a Roll. Yevgeny. H4. Killer Knights. If I play knight a6, knight c5, I mean, truthfully, maybe I should just play d5. Take with the pawn. You could even play knight takes and sacrifice your h7 pawn with check. That's pretty mental. I think we're going to pass on that. Yeah, we're optimistic about Wisconsin. Then we just need one more state. One more important state. It's going to come down to one state in the presidential election. I mean, Nevada shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. I'm not really going to lose sleep over Nevada. Asterbate. A5. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that our first Civil War was caused by a revolt that was connected to the presidential election of Lincoln. Just takes on A5. Should I take with a rook? This is a good question. Man, I don't know. Maybe that rook could be useful, but I kind of wanted it on C8, I guess. What if I sack a pawn here? Sack a pawn to knight d7, just going for sheer development. Taking a page from someone else I just played a minute ago. Sheer development for a pawn. Wow, he didn't even care. Troll's playing lightning fast chess. Now the king in the center. Oh my god, I almost played rook c8. I guess that's not really an option. Knight d4 hitting c6. Wow. Troll's playing faster than I've ever seen him play. He's 1855. The ratings look like they're arranged. 1666, 1855. Why is that not 1777? Wow. So he's winning. Winning or nearly winning. Interesting game. Very tactical play by Troll, who's usually kind of weak in tactics. He must have brought a friend or something. What just happened? Bishop e4? Crazy position. Biden can lose Pennsylvania as long as he wins Wisconsin and Michigan. That's the important scenario that was discussed in 538 a couple weeks ago. Troll is awfully accurate here. Bishop takes g7. No, no, no. I mean, I'm taking his knight on d5. He has only one move, rook d1. Or maybe he could castle queenside. But I mean, that loses to rook c8. No, I mean, it's like, it's got to be his only move, rook d1. But it looks like I may be in trouble. Whoa, what? Rook h4 from Troll on a roll. Okay. I feel like he's busting an engine on me to get back at me for banning him in the stream. Yeah, it looks too good. What is this? Am I paranoid? Or is white winning there? I was winning. I'm totally paranoid. Man, I didn't think I was alright after queen b5. I thought I was lost here. Wow. He's got a scary style. But he never played like this before against me. I just like gave up. I thought I was lost. I didn't believe in queen b5. But this move was a huge blunder, rook e8. I should have played this, I saw it after. But again, I didn't think I was winning. But I guess I am. I'm just totally paranoid. But he's not playing his normal style. He doesn't play open games. At all. Normally. And he doesn't play that fast. Yeah, he missed knight takes d5. That's crushing immediately. Bad game. White 1 inaccuracy. No, white no inaccuracies. 2 mistakes is still analyzing. It's hard to play chess 960 open games. I'm not in good condition today. I believed I was lost there, but he did have a win with knight d5, which I saw during the game. One of the reasons why I was thinking I was lost all the time. Last games. Reverse Queen's Indian. Wow. 94. With the idea of bishop f6. It looks like something Uber driver would play. But actually, once I had something like this happen in a Tarash, and I played knight c3 and black played knight f6. Pawn takes c5, bishop f6, queen c1. How does that work exactly? And why do I want my queen on c1? Knight e4 is a brilliant move. I guess I can take and play knight d4 if bishop f6. This is really weird. I guess I can go there. Knight d4. My mouse is messing with me. Banned. I don't know, maybe it's a possibility. Banned's always fun. That's good news. 2000. That's the way it should be. I mean, Michigan should be a very, very close state, but Trump shouldn't be a heavy favorite. Actually, all those states. Nowhere should he be in the Rust Belt except for Ohio. Maybe Iowa, which he lost, I can accept. But the early stats on Michigan and Wisconsin were way out of whack. Pennsylvania too. I can't figure that out. Like, according to the early voting, like, Trump would be doing better in Ohio than Pennsylvania. That's like impossible. With cities like Philadelphia and Pennsylvania, there's no city as big as... I mean, Cleveland and the Ohio cities don't seem as big as Philly and Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania should definitely be closer than Ohio. So I think there's still a good chance. I'm feeling kind of liberal with the ban hammer today. Just for fun. Why be rude to a kind moderator in our channel for no reason? That doesn't make a lot of sense. I think we'll see residual trolling from the presidential election. People are coming right from their partisan fights directly to the chess stream. Astrobate, you're translating to Hungarian. Nice. Damn, I thought I had something here. Queen c2. What am I doing? MTV Unplugged. I just realized Astrobate was speaking Hungarian. Dude, is that Google Translate? The Google Translate Hungarian is horrible. You're just gonna do the Kool-Aid comments? Yeah, we do. Honda. Can you pass me the Kool-Aid? Bernie Brothers. There's no difference between Democrats and Republicans. That's a logical statement. We want the worst president in history of the world to remain in office. Of course. The most unqualified moron ever to sit in the Oval Office. Yeah, we want that to stay that way. What's the difference? When you live in a country outside of the United States, you probably have a different perspective, which I've acquired. A lot of people take democracy for granted. In the United States, especially. Craptic is really tough. You know, admittedly, I think that Donald Trump's IQ is probably average or so. He might even be slightly above average. It's possible, though I'm not certain. That's just trolling for the sake of trolling. They're not interested in having a constructive discussion about something. Got a high percentage of election trolls looking for someone to needle. Great game here. F5. It's getting scary for me. Okay, guys, I gotta go. It looks like this is gonna be my last game, maybe Berserker. Doesn't look like enough play for you. Well, Black's got something, and he's a tough player, very strong, active, aggressive. It's more than nothing. I don't understand the IQ discussion at all, but whatever. It sounds like a 5th grade sort of discussion. I just don't want the devil as president of the United States anymore. The worst human being on the earth. Alright. Attacking my b3 pawn. Nice. You're going to play queen g6? It's shocking that it's even close. It really is disturbing. But it is what it is. Man, Krapnik is tricky and fast. I don't know. Tricky and fast. Bishop f1. Knight takes b4. I have a higher IQ. That was a common discussion in elementary school. Who has the higher IQ? Does Trump claim to have his IQ measured or anything? I've never heard that. Did he ever, like, say a number or something? Trump is part of Mensa. I love those people who, like, brag about being members of Mensa. They put it in their chess profile. Obviously, if you're intelligent, you don't believe in science. Anybody can see that. Krapnik just seems to gain time like every single move. Dangerous situation. My queen is buried. My rook is hanging, my god. What am I gonna do? What? It's hopeless to even argue with these people. If you support Donald Trump, you have no basis in reality. There's no sense arguing with someone like that. It's an utter waste of time. Did he have a move there? I can't believe my queen can never get back into the game. How is he so much faster than me? Instant moves. At least we get the queens off the board. Did he have knight e5, maybe? I'm lucky to survive that initiative and the time advantage. Sorry I didn't play better today, guys, but trolled out. I'm all trolled out today. You don't want to let his bishop get in behind the base of my pawn chain. And he's gonna almost do it anyway. Unbelievable. There's only one way to win this. F4 is not it. Wow. Unbelievable. H5 was a good idea, but it was just the wrong moment. He was seeing millions of moves ahead, trying to slow down my king side. It's hard to believe that Kravnik is 1900 in bullet with the rapid fire moves he's capable of making. Alright, last game. I can't believe I made it through election day. Election day stream, only banning 2 Trump fans and trolling a roll. Wasn't a good day, but it could have been worse. There's still hope on Weird Wednesday. Alright, let's try one last game. No, Astrobate has Russian origins. He speaks Google Translate Hungarian. We transpose to a normal variation, the Romanician, with A4. How's your Russian, Astrobate? Thanks, JCS, for helping me maintain my sanity. It's our election day moderator. Mr. Coffee is probably sweating bullets in Pennsylvania. The C5 move. What's up with C5? Seems like an awfully strong move. Why is C5 not good? We try to hang on to the pawn? Not really. I mean, knight e4. A4 looks like a waste of time. But other moves are passive. I don't have another good move. Like E3, C3 is nothing. Knight a6. Absolutely, positively. What am I doing? I'm making it worse? Wow. I don't know, Berserker is. Is that... Maybe that's the Arsenal fan account. That would make sense. What if Berserker is Arsenal fan? No, he said it was... He said it was a world championship. World champion. I just thought the rating was close. 2064, 2000. And it's aggressive. I'm playing for pawn structure. And it's a new account that would have fit that profile. But it's too new. It's probably too new to even be you. C5 is a great move. Why is that not played more commonly? Yeah, I guess a4 is not great here. It's good against d6, but it's not good against d5. It's just not a good move. I'm trying to play it. It's normally played in the King's Indian, but not here. This is rubbish. Best I can do is try to scrap an equal game somehow. Queen b6 instantly. Instantly played. To calculate, a5, queen takes b2. Doesn't look like enough. Looks like I'm close to resigning. You've had a few humbling games recently. Look at this. Black played a perfect game. White can resign now. Queen b6. White resigns. Beat me in 12 moves. So check the play after c5. What did I do? I can't believe that c5 isn't played here universally. This is like clearly the best move. D takes c5. Clearly the best move. Clearly the best move. Clearly the best move. Clearly the best move. Takes. e6 is also best move. Every move is perfect. And this I missed. Queen b6, engine. I don't see how I can survive this position. I looked at 94, but I didn't really think it was good enough. So that's a perfect game by black. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later. We'll be back Thursday night with a subscriber stream. Thanks for playing. Bye-bye.